Welcome to the NLP UK Training podcast. I'm Fraser.
And I'm Steve Kay.
And today we want to kind of switch gears a little bit and talk about how NLP can help someone who's in that kind of career grey zone. They don't hate what they do.
They're a bit stuck.
They don't love it. And they just feel a little bit kind of, is this all there is?
They're looking for some more, but they don't know where to look. They know everything's... I mean, they earn a decent salary. They can afford to go on a holiday just about once a year. They've got, Netflix, and the kids are,
They know how to do the job. There's nothing wrong with the job. It's okay.
Yeah, sometimes it's even good.
Yeah.
And sometimes, when they've got their own parking space as well, by the way. That's very 90s, isn't it? Have your own parking space. So they're doing okay. They're not struggling. They're doing okay. They even have some parts of work that they really enjoy.
Yeah.
But they still feel there's something missing. Life's okay, but don't know what it is. Don't know what else could there be out there for me. They're not like creating... Sorry, I interrupted you.
Okay.
What were you going to say?
I think it's that kind of feeling of, okay, I'm going to work, but you get there.
They might not even have a sign. They might be like fairly okay, positive.
Yeah, but they kind of get there and they plod through the day and maybe clock watching a little bit. Especially
I think that's one extreme, but there could be the other extreme of like, it's pretty good, but it's not quite enough.
Yeah.
But I don't know what it is I need to be doing to create my heart's desire. Woo. And not be afraid of, doing that. And what will happen if I let go of some stuff?
I was coaching a guy last year.
Tell me about it.
So lovely, lovely man. He'd had a great career. He'd finally kind of moved up the ladder. He was actually a director for a big firm. And he just felt dissatisfied. And he's like, Callie, I shouldn't feel like this. He kept saying that I shouldn't feel like this. I've got the role that I really wanted. And I thought it was the company. So I moved companies. And it was all right for the first couple of months because it was new.
Mm-hmm.
But then this feeling's come back and I don't know what it is. I just feel like there's something that I'm missing out on.
Yeah, what was it?
It was actually going right back to his values for this particular guy. So some of his core values weren't being fulfilled, but it was that if I'm a director, if I get to this pinnacle that everyone tells me I should get to, it'll be okay. I'll feel better.
Is that like, when I've done this, I'll be this?
Yeah.
When I've achieved this, I'll be that?
Yeah.
When I get to be this, I'll be happy. Kind of like that, like a destination.
And it was that destination thing. It was this pressure to get to a specific position within the organization.
Mm-hmm.
And what this guy loved was actually a lot more hands-on stuff. So his ideal role, as it turned out, was less about the hands-off and the strategic thinking, which he was brilliant at. He wanted to get his hands mucky again. He wanted to do the job.
Yeah.
Because that was what he really loved. And actually, once he realized that, yes, it would mean a little bit of a pay cut. But actually, when he sat down and worked out the figures, for him, that was okay. Not for everyone, it wouldn't be okay, but for him, it was okay. He realized that, there was some things that would have to change. But for him, that fulfillment, that excitement about doing what he wanted to do, it wasn't about the promotion. It wasn't about the job title. It was about the work itself.
Yeah. I had a friend called Phil Springwell, still do actually. Known him for a long, long time. And he was quite a mentor to me in the early years. And he was director of a large construction company. And then he moved to another company as managing director. And some things went wrong, I think. But he set his own business up as a project manager. And he said, that's what I love doing. I'm going to be project managing. I'm going to be on site, project managing, dealing with suppliers, dealing with people, and that's where my heart is. Exactly the same. But he did it by setting up his own small business, which grew and grew and grew. But he still goes out now and manages on site because that's where his core is. That's what he loves. In the same way that you love going out doing training, or you love doing training on teams or whatever. It's about doing what you love and getting fulfillment of those values, isn't it?
And I think it's about finding that sweet spot. No matter what it is that you do, there's always going to be stuff about your job that you don't particularly enjoy.
Yeah.
You know, I run my own business. I work with you. 99% of the time, I love what I do. But there's always that 1% you think, oh God, do I have to do this? So accounts. You know, I hate doing my accounts. But you got to do it. And that's okay. Or you find someone else that can do that part of the job, which is what I've done. I've employed an accountant. She does everything for me now, makes my life so much easier. So it's really understanding what gives you that feeling of real fulfillment, and then doubling down on that. How can you do more of it?
But some people don't know what they don't know. They don't know what opportunities they could have. So if you're like, I was talking to one of our delegates who comes on a mentoring thing we do. And I said, how old are you? She said, 55. And I said, so you're doing this stuff. What do you really love doing? Coaching. So, well, you know, you could be. So if you carry on doing this other stuff, which brings in money, and you don't do coaching, well, you do some coaching, but you want to do more. You say, yeah, I want to do more. I said, do you remember the old television program on Sunday afternoons? Most of you won't, but you'll have heard of it. It was a guy called Jim Bowen. It was called Bullseye. It's been recreated.
Well, that's an old one, Steve.
I know, but it's been recreated. I think Alan Carr does it.
Oh, okay.
Or something. Maybe Alan Carr, something like that. Anyway, it's called Bullseye. And at the end of the show, you know, Dawn and Tracy, they've missed the double top. They've lost the big prize. And Jim says, this is what you could have won. And the curtains come back and there's this big speedboat comes out. Oh, never mind, ladies. And so this person I was talking to the other week, you know, you want to be a coach, you want to have your own coaching business. Look back in 10 years and you're still doing what you're doing now, you're not going to have that speedboat. And this is what you could have won. But if you do take simple steps, like we've said in the last couple of podcasts, then you could maybe create your heart's desire and do what you're really passionate about. And if you don't know what to do and you want to talk to somebody, then phone our office, phone our number and talk to Lorna, Callie or myself. We'll have a chat with you and see if we can help you, because we like helping people.
We absolutely do. So helping people find that spark, so they can get out of those grey zones, whether that's in career or in life. That's what we kind of live for, isn't it? That's our passion.
Yeah, it's very fulfilling. It's my number 2 value, seeing other people get the life and career they want to get.
And that's why we don't live in that grey zone, because we're very fortunate to do what we want to do, but that's by design. This didn't happen for Steve or I by accident. We realized what was important to us and we started to make decisions, just that little shift, that 1 degree shift, to do what we wanted to do. And the more that we do it, the more fulfilled that we are, and the more opportunities come our way to be able to do that. Like talking to you guys today on our podcast.
How wonderful it is.
It's a good life, isn't it?
Yeah. So we'll see you next time. It's goodbye from me.
And goodbye from me.